Hello, my name is Daniel Pell. I'm an immigration attorney, and I'm happy to have this opportunity to talk with you about how to avoid K1 visa denials at a U.S. embassy. So at this point, since we're discussing this, you and your fiance have applied for a fiancé visa through a USCIS service center in the United States, and it's filed with the service center where your U.S. citizen fiancé resides. And there's been an approval based on documents submitted, and that approval has then been sent. A notice of that approval has been sent to the National Visa Center, and from there, you filled out some forms for the embassy, and then the visa has been transferred down to the embassy. So after that, you've gotten a medical exam, and you have applied for and obtained from your home country as the fiancé, as the foreign national fiancé, a police clearance certificate, and you've paid for and you've scheduled the visa interview, and now the big day has arrived, and you are there at the U.S. Embassy in front of the U.S. consular officer, and hoping and praying that the U.S. consul will say yes and not no. And there are some very important things that you can do to maximize the chance of success. First, document, but don't over-document. So don't supply 600 pages of emails. Do supply 10 or 15 pages of emails. Don't supply 200 pages of Skype logs, but do supply some Skype logs. Do supply plenty of photographs and mark them appropriately. Do not supply any lurid photographs or photographs of an inappropriate nature. The U.S. consul will not appreciate that, and it will probably diminish your opportunity to get a grant. The primary thing that you need to remember is to bring all of your documents. If you forget documents, you're going to have to come back, and there's going to be a substantial delay. So do bring your passport, do bring your visa interview receipts, do bring your passport photo, and do bring your original ID documents with you. So if you're asked for them, you have them with you. Sometimes, not often, but sometimes documents are lost, so you ought to have an entire copy of your application with you. The primary inquiry for the consular officer is whether or not you have a real relationship, and in order to find that out, the consular officer is going to ask a lot of questions about how many times you've met with your fiancé, where you've met, if you have receipts to show those meetings. He or she will have reviewed the file to see where those meetings took place, when they took place. Was there a ring that was exchanged? What do the letters say between you and your fiancé indicating that you're getting married, and why? And if you don't speak any English, try before the interview to at least pick up a little bit of English. That always helps, because one of the questions a consular officer will have is, how do you communicate with your fiancé if you don't speak any English? All of that said, it's probably a good idea to have more than one meeting these days. The U.S. consuls, the U.S. embassies have fraud units, fraud prevention units. They call them FPUs, and if you have more than one meeting, if you have several meetings, that increases the likelihood of a grant. What do you do if there's been a denial? Probably the best answer is to get married and show the U.S. consul that you have a higher level of commitment than just a fiancé. Although technically you could refile for it. So those are the basic things that you can do. And the reason that you need an attorney is because the attorney is licensed and is responsible to you and responsible to the U.S. government. And the attorney will meet with you, counsel you on what questions you're likely to encounter and the best way to answer them. So that would be the best avenue for you to make sure that your visa, your K1 Fiancé visa that you've worked so hard to get, is not denied. Thank you.